Hello once again, Internet. I am Rosanix7, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword Blind, Episode 46, and 47, and 48. So, as you probably noticed, I haven't uploaded anything in over 2 weeks. The reason for this is stupid, to be perfectly honest. So, in short, this episode is going to be clips of important or relevant things from those 3 episodes, all just kind of mashed together, because we do have to cover 3 episodes for this. Now, the reason why I have to do this, I'll explain momentarily, because we have actually a little cutscene right here. It's not exactly anything important, but I still want to bring it up.
Great, Goron! I found some! Look, those butterflies that respond to beautiful tones are swarming all over this place. This has to be the right spot. Oh, this could be a problem. I cannot carry a tune.
I know your pain, dude.
I cannot carry beautiful tones if wild animals threaten to roll me down a hill. What can we do?
Don't worry. It is the magical harp man to the rescue! I'm not sure how this counts as beautiful tones, but whatever. Anyway, whenever you find a group of butterflies, you play the harp a little bit, and suddenly, it's a gossip stone!
That's it! One of the talking stones the ancient text spoke of. There's just no mistaking it.
And in this game, whenever you find a gossip stone, you get a treasure. Which is meh, really. But, those of you who have played previous 3D Zelda games probably know what happens when you drop a bomb next to one. Let's find out. Screw you guys, I'm going home. Whee! And explode. And, of course, one respawns immediately after. But alright. Now that we have that little thing out of the way, time for me to explain what actually happened here. Basically, I had Durgan over, we recorded 3 episodes, but I had used a different audio program because I am just sick and tired of Audacity. Well, let's just say this new program, well, compared to the test recordings, it just sucks. And it literally mangled all of the commentary, so to the point where it was 100% unusable. And I couldn't really recreate it or anything, so I guess, well, here we are. But now, as you recall, we were told that the lyrics to the Ballad of the Goddess would contain a hint to the whatever we're looking for. I'm not sure why we were looking at those books, although if you look over the blue ones, the picture on the spine looks a lot like Fee. I wonder if that's a coincidence or not. Anyway, now, let's talk to Gepra.
You're back, Rosanik.
Good to see you're in still one piece.
So, how's it going down there? You're closer to finding my Zelda?
It's not your Zelda, it's mine, dude. Get your own.
I see, my dear Zelda. Things must be terribly trying for her down there. It can't be easy for you either, can it? What? You want to know the lyrics to the song Zelda sang the day of the wing ceremony? You know I'm not much of a singer.
Oh, should we? Should we? You know what? Let's do it.
Sing it!
Anytime now. There we go.
Listen, as I said, I wouldn't feel comfortable serenading you, but if it's just the lyrics you're after, I can recite them for you.
Wah, 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 wah. So yeah, no matter how hard you try, he won't actually sing the song for you.
O youth, guided by the servant of the goddess,
He's the slowest singer on the planet.
Unite earth and sky, and bring light to the land.
This is surprisingly literal lyrics.
That's the first part, but as I recall, there's a second verse to the song.
That's the shortest song ever.
O youth, show the 2 whirling sails the way to the light tower, and before you a path shall open, and a heavenly song you shall hear. I believe that's the whole thing. The light tower mentioned in this song is a real place. I'm sure you've seen the tower in the plaza. Whoop. Sounds like the song is suggesting that if one of these whirling sails is the way to the tower, something will happen. If one shows the way, yeah. How would you go about doing that? And what does it mean? 2 whirling sails. I wonder if it has anything to do with the 2 windmills in the plaza. No, I must be crazy. Seriously though, that's such an obvious puzzle that even I figured it out immediately on the first recording. Because that's something else. This was actually my 2nd time recording this episode. I had already done all this stuff before, by the time Durgan was here. So this is actually my 3rd time recording commentary for this. But anyway, here it's Waluigi.
On a day like today, there's nothing I'd love more than to head over to Lumpy Pumpkin for a sip of soup. But of course, my wife asked me to fix the cupboard, so I'm not going anywhere. Wah. Story of my life. Wah.
Oh, poor Waluigi. Don't worry, you'll get another appearance in a spin-off game, but never once an appearance in a main game.
So you're curious about that windmill, eh? Pretty smart design, I gotta say. See, you can turn the whole windmill so it can always catch the wind no matter which way it's blowing. But, well, there used to be this little propeller attached to the windmill. The thing flew off ages ago. Must have dropped down off the edge, down beneath the clouds. Meh.
Yeah, I actually have a bone to pick with this scene, but I'll tell you about that in a minute.
Windmill's been uselessly sitting there ever since. Wah.
And he's not at all fazed by Fish suddenly appearing out of nowhere. Highly suggest you retrieve the windmill propeller from the land below to reorient the windmill.
You wanna know if I could fix the windmill if you brought back the propeller?
Hello? Me. Press the button. Hello?
Well, if I had the propeller, I could probably rig something together to get it back, for sure.
Okay, now right here. Does that not clearly point toward Farron Woods? Why would they have that shot there if that's not where it was? I'll get back to that in a minute.
Gundo at the scrap shop said someone in his family used to have a flying robot to haul junk back from beneath the clouds.
Interesting.
When we talk about a tale that's been passed down over a lot of years, I wouldn't put much stock in it.
It's because we know historical documents are never wrong. Or never right, for that matter. That's just simple logic, everybody knows that. So, now we head over here to Gondo at the scrap shop, of course. Hey kid, what's up? You look like you need something to get something off your chest. Are you trying to seduce me, Mr. Gondo? Huh? About this old robot my grandpa used to tinker around with. Probably just came here to make fun of the crazy junk guy for believing his grandpa's stupid stories, right? Well, get in line, I've heard it before. Wait, that's not why you're here? So you need to pick something up from below the clouds with this robot? Do you know what this means? It means you believe my grandpa's stories too, don't you? Ah! Well, I'm happy to hear that someone else believes me, but I don't think I can help you. See, my grandpa's old robot... What's it called again? Would you look at that? Oh, that's right, I remember. His name is Scrapper. May not be much to look at these days. But he was an amazing robot once. When you called him, he would go anywhere and haul anything. Sadly, as you can see now, he's just another busted old hunk of junk. But old Gramps did tell me this. You can get him working again with the extract from an ancient flower. It's like oil to this guy. But I never heard of, much less seen any such thing. And just so coincidentally, we have one. What? You have one? Are you kidding me? It's amazing! So this is an ancient flower? Feel some slick oily stuff coming off its stem. Great, we can use this to fix Scrapper. There's a giggity in there somewhere, but I'm not clever enough. Wait right here, I'll have him up and running in no time. Okay, you know, even with the oil, how would he know how to get the whole thing running? Oh well. There you go. Oh, would you look at that? And look how cute he is flying all over the place. I'm sure he's the nicest guy ever. He'll be so thankful.
Look at her, sir. I've got a full tank of energy and I'm ready to carry anything, sir. Who is this grin-clad individual of small stature?
Whoa, it talked. Can you believe that? I guess I really did fix him. This kid gave me the materials I need to fix you. Go on, say thank you.
I sure it was him, sir. Well then, I extend my reluctant thanks to you in a gesture of obligatory gratitude, Trunk.
Hey now, watch it. There's no way of talking to someone who just saved your life.
Exactly, don't be such an asshole. I saved your shiny metal ass hair. Or whatever you're made of.
Yeah, we could want to see the wholesome stuff around.
This individual may have restored my operations, but I'm not inclined to offer assistance, sir. Serving children is very low on my task priority.
Well, your children.
Yeah. And suddenly Fee, and no one else is surprised by this. Materials from the windmill have yielded a signal that you may search for with your dowsing ability. How is that possible? Used to locate the fallen propeller. Okay, now this is actually the source of a complaint with this section. How is this supposed to make sense? Why would I need a robot to go and get the propeller? It's not possible to carry the item in your pouch and return it to the sky. Why the hell not? What's so different about this propeller that I can't just put it in my propeller? Or carry it in my hands? I say carry my propeller in my pouch, or in my hands, or where I stole the rest of my items, or even my freaking hat! What's wrong with any of that? I mean, couldn't Fee even take it? Why do we need this little robot? He serves no logical purpose. He's just a time waster. Oh well.
Loser. Your name is Fool? Should I call you Mistress Fool? Are you looking for something, Mistress Fool?
Okay, seems he recognizes her.
Well, I understand. As a request, I will carry anything, regardless of weight or destination.
That's the appropriate response, Fee. Master, we now have the means to bring the propeller back to Skyloft. You may immediately begin your search for the windmill propeller. Alrighty. I'm not sure why all these random pauses keep showing up, whatever.
Master Shortpants! I have for assistance! I can now detect Mistress Fool's thought web.
You know, I would just like to say that, you know, it's kind of lost its effect now, because I've seen this cutscene like 4 times now. But, Master Shortpants. I mean, come on. How can you not love that?
Should you need me, ask Mistress Fool to call me, and I will arrive with haste.
How do you plan to recover all the stuff that fell beneath the clouds?
Probably the same way that your grandpa did, dude. I mean, he clearly didn't have magical dowsing abilities, so I'm sure he knew. Plus, if they told you stories about this robot that can fly, I'm sure you could just tell us. And it would save a hell of a lot of time. And for me, it would have saved an entire wasted episode. Well,
Go, is that the fortune teller over there?
oh my god, I wish I had done that in the original. I really do. Because, as you may have guessed from earlier, you remember that cutscene from when we were talking to Waluigi over there. And it showed Farron Woods. Well, that's not true. It's over here, an Elden Volcano. At the very top near the entrance to the dungeon. But I should also mention that at this point Durgan was playing, and this is her first time playing the game. Well, one of her first, I think. So, there is going to be a little bit of scurrying around, because that's kind of how she rolls. Oh, whatever. Anyway, here we have the propeller. So you just press A to pick it up, you don't cut it. This is the windmill propeller you were searching for. Funny thing, I find it interesting that this thing was actually still there when we were here the first time. I kind of like when games do that, when you go back to old areas and things that you just passed off as pointless or useless, suddenly you have to come back to and they're actually relevant. Okay, you know, even if the thing is pretty big, it's not that big, he could still carry it pretty easily. And plus, in Twilight Princess, Link was able to carry a ball and chain. And that just... I don't even know. There's no figuring out this. If there is some kind of explanation for why this thing exists, please tell me, because I would love to know.
Mistress Fool, I hope you weren't living long, sir. So, Zerble, I really carry this? Oh, Master Short Pants, you're in my well here, sir. I said get out of the well, Vert. I'll be willing for you up in the sky, so don't take too long, Vert.
And off he goes. Master, I suggest that you return to the sky and collect the propeller as soon as possible. Fee, you never cease to be completely and utterly redundant. Alright, so, now that we have that, we just need to head back up to the sky. And then we'll spin around the propeller, and it'll turn towards the tower, and things will happen, and it'll be fun. Well, I don't know if it'll be that fun for you guys, but, I mean, it was fun to play. Oh, I should also give another reason for why this episode was kinda late. That's actually because I recorded 4 episodes of my next LP as well. But wouldn't you know it, I used the new program to do it. So yeah, I had to scrap those 4 episodes as well. Which I guess is for the best, because I was most likely gonna scrap them anyway, because of certain things. Yeah.
Isn't that the beat-up old robot from Gondo's place?
Just when you thought the Waluigi voice was done.
Wait just a second. Is that? It is, that's the windmill propeller. That thing is supposed to have fallen down below the clouds. Where? Are you saying that the whole story handed down through Gondo's family was actually true? Except I get the feeling this is some elaborate prank, but I guess I'll try and fix the thing.
Alright, you do that.
This goes in here, and I just crank that a few clicks.
There's a giggity in there somewhere too. And there we go, just hammer that right on there.
That ought to do it. You can find some way to spin the propeller. You can probably turn the windmill.
I don't know why you can't just spin it with your hands, and for some reason you need a magic dustbuster to do it. I keep saying dustbuster, it's a leaf blower. There we go, jeez.
I think I might have promised my wife I'd fix her cupboard. I swear that woman's always looking for somebody. See you around, Olisanic.
Please don't. Alright, so, just like the last one, that's a beetle. You get out the gust bellows, and you bellow all them gusts all over the place here. There we go. Unfortunately, you have to spin this one clockwise. It would have been quicker if they just made it spin the opposite direction. But whatever. The thing is, I don't think the thing actually changes direction, will like change speed depending on what direction it's going. I think that would have been a nice little touch, but oh well, it's not important. Just a little further. There we go. Shing! Sparkle, sparkle. Do, 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 do. So, after cutting out a little embarrassing fail there, we head up to the top. Now we notice there's this fancy little mirror here, although it doesn't seem to be doing anything, and we have this ray of light. So that clearly means that, well, you need to spin the thing around. Once Durgan figures out where the plaque is that you need to read, we can get started. Let's sound the goddess's song. Beneath the light's radiance, unto her chosen hero shall fall a piercing ray of guidance. Yay! So you stand in the middle here. Get out your harp. For some reason you can lock on to that spot there. And you play a little bit. And suddenly Link vanishes. Nope, he didn't vanish, he's just right over there. And poof. Now, guys, I don't mean to interrupt this, but get ready for some top-notch animation here. As you've seen, this game is very... all the movements the characters make are very smooth and natural, but Fi's singing is probably the most beautiful bit of animation you have ever seen. Look at that. Does that not just fill your soul with glee? Does it not? Alright, so after Fi has done her impression of Barbie, the thing spins all the way around. The light lines up with the mirror. Well, it's more of a window. And shininess! And now we finally get to do something with that giant puff of clouds. Oh man. Now it's on. Master, there's a high probability that this beam of light will lead us to clues as to the whereabouts of the three flames. One line of dialogue, please. That isn't completely redundant. Is that too much to ask, really? Is it? I mean... ugh. Hello? Me? There we go. I recommend that you investigate what lies at the end of this beam of light. I mean, okay, honestly, who wouldn't do that? Okay. So after some very floppy flying, we finally reach the sphere of clouds. And inside the Thunderhead. I don't know what those things are, and frankly, I don't really want to know. Cause I can't even figure out what those are supposed to be perfectly honest. But oh well. And also, what about that down there? Is that supposed to be like half of a rainbow, or what's the deal there? I don't know. Anyway, as you can probably tell, our destination is that tower right over there. And over here is a puzzle that, oddly enough, I actually kind of like this kind of puzzle. I may be in the minority there, and I would see why, but I don't know. Master Rosanek, I have memories of this island. It is known as the Isle of Songs. Signs indicate that it was left here for you by the goddess, Master. However, I'm unable to determine a means of entering the structure ahead. I suggest you investigate the area. I'm not even going to point it out this time. So, the first thing you'll probably want to do is read that plaque over there. Or you may just want to head over here and hit one of these. And as you see, hitting that raises and lowers specific platforms depending on what you hit. Now those little walls will serve a purpose. As you can see, spinning that center part will move around those three sections of the bridge around the outside edge. What you want to do is... okay, we'll do this. Rotate the center pedestal to complete the bridge that allows you to step into the Great Tower in the Isle of Songs. That should be kind of obvious, but, you know, whatever. Now, I cut out a lot of this because... well, oddly enough, you would be able to get it through just trial and error, and it's kind of difficult to explain. Basically, what you would want to do is you'll notice that two of those are already lined up. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate the principle of it. Try and get them to a place where the one that isn't lined up is going to get stuck on something. And then you can just move another one of them, or both of them if they're already lined up, so that they line up with the one that isn't. And so just keep moving stuff out of the way as you need to. That probably wasn't a very good explanation, but I think you get the gist of it. It might take some time, but you will get it. That much I know for sure, because it's not really that hard. It can just be time-consuming if you don't know what you're doing. And inside we find a bird statue. Waiting, 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 waiting. There we go. Ah, look at this place. Not a lot of furniture. Let's charge up your Skyward Strike. And let her rip. Yeah, I know this is supposed to be taken seriously, but that thing with its like little puppet mouth going, that just looks silly. Master Azanak, I have important information. When you struck the crest with a Skyward Strike from your sword, a message from the goddess awakened deep within my memory. Because she couldn't just tell us that right from the beginning or anything, because that would be too easy. The goddess intended this message for you, Master. These are her words. Through interpretive dance! I said, through interpretive dance! He who seeks the sacred flames, listen well, for I guide you from my place at the edge of time. Sacred flames are 3 in number. To obtain them, you must also earn relics known as the 3 sacred gifts. For each trial you overcome, you shall be blessed with one of these gifts. Make use of the power of these gifts, and you will find your way to the purifying sacred flame. Okay, I know an animation like that wouldn't be easy to do, but look at her right leg. When she extends it and spins back around again, something about that just looks so off. It looks like it's just twitching. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, I'm a nitpicker. Now I bestow unto you a melody. It will serve you as a key, opening the first trial that awaits you deep in the wilds of Farron Woods. You know, this is another little nitpick I have with this game. I'm actually really disappointed in the harp. You know, it's kind of nice that they brought back the whole instrument thing. And you gotta admit, there's some style to this thing here. But you don't really do anything. You can just strum back and forth. That's it. I mean, like the Ocarina, and even the Wind Waker. You were actually playing the song, but in this, you just kind of watch it. I don't know. And you learn Faror's Courage. Master, you must overcome the trials set before you to obtain the 3 gifts to reach the sacred flames. I have committed Faror's Courage to memory. Now you can use your dousing ability to search for the gate leading to the first trial you must face. I suggest you set out for Farron Woods as soon as you are ready. Alright, now that we have obtained Faror's Courage, that brings us to the end of these 3 episodes. So, I will see you guys next time for an actual episode of Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword Blind. But who knows, maybe I'll even see you for something else first. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? Insert evil laugh.